So some of you guys, I don't know if you noticed that we have a special guest in the house today. Some of you guys may recognize her. She spent 9 years at KHOU Channel 11 before moving to the corporate world at CenterPoint Energy. Lately, she's been working with nonprofit organizations in Harris County. This talented lady also freelances as a voice narrator for corporate and commercial videos. She serves on the boards of Mental Health America of Greater Houston, the Houston Marathon Committee, and Houston Civic Events. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you the lovely and talented Miss Lisa Ferranda.
Rex, thank you so much, and thank you to the city of Pasadena for having me. And I've had so many people tell me that this is a record-breaking crowd today, 80 tables last year and 90 this year, and 700-something people? So things go like this, Mayor. Maybe the convention center should be a next big project for you. Wink, wink, wink. Of course, events like this take a lot of hard work and coordination, and we've already thanked a lot of the people who worked on this. But again, we want to recognize the City of Pasadena Clean Streets Department, the Convention Center staff, all the volunteers, and the city's community relations team. Can you all join me in a round of applause? These departments have all coordinated with the Chamber of Commerce to put this event together, and it just keeps getting better and better. And it's clear to me when I come down and visit, something big is happening in this city, and it's been incredible watching Pasadena grow in the 20-something odd, 22 years I've been here. It's been incredible. Now, before Mayor Wagner comes to the podium to give you the details, let me tell you a few things about this impressive leader. I won't tell you all the stuff I've learned about sitting at the table with him, but just a couple of things. Since taking office in 2017, Mayor Jeff Wagner has opened new doors for Pasadena. And for the first time in a long time, the city is seeing amazing redevelopment and growth. Under his leadership, Pasadena has seen a substantial jump in new business and sales tax revenue. The Pasadena Economic Development Corporation tells us new capital business projects have reached $2.6 billion in just 2 years. That's amazing. Mayor Wagner has also been recognized for his leadership by the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars recently awarded him the Commendation Medal, which is the highest national award given to civilians. Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you Mayor Jeff Wagner.
Thank you, Lisa, for those kind words. I really appreciate that. Being the mayor of Pasadena, I take that as a privilege and an honor, and I work hard each and every day to make sure I'm doing the very best job I can for you, and I take it very, very seriously. Thank you for sharing your time with us for the Chamber Luncheon for the Business of the Year and the State of the City. Christina, you and your staff, you really know how to put business with business community, and business with the city. And with those partnerships, it makes Pasadena the best city in the country, and I thank y'all for that so much. I run the city with partnerships, and I really believe in partnerships really make things work. Partnerships and teamwork is a win-win situation. And sometimes, before you build things up, you have to knock some things down. And that kind of reminds me of an article that was written just here recently that I'm the mayor who likes to destroy things or tear things down. When I first read that, I said, whoa, that's not nice. But then I thought about it. I said, maybe I am that kind of mayor that likes to tear down old ways of thinking. My team likes to tear down the old perception image of Pasadena. Because I know this, sometimes you have to clear the landscape to see the bigger picture. Sometimes you have to get the soil ready for new things to grow. To power the possibilities, that's what my administration is doing, and that's what we'll continue to do. Thank you. Our city is growing, and we want to make sure Pasadena counts. The 2020 U.S. Census has officially been kicked off here in Pasadena because we know a true number really matters for our school district and for infrastructure right here in our city. To get more information, go to our city webpage, Census Facebook page. I always want to say number sign, but I know that's not right. Hashtag Pasadena TX counts. For many years, people has asked me why Pasadena doesn't have public transportation. Well, they've tried it in the past. And as they was going through the motions of getting public transportation started, it cost more to keep something working when it really wasn't justifying of the ridership. But now I'm happy that we're looking at a new way, looking outside the box, how to get public transportation right here in our city. And that's called through microtransit. This is a a modified public transportation option. It's van shuttle driven. It's on-demand service. It's much cheaper than the ride programs like Lyft and Uber. Cities like Arlington and San Antonio are doing pilot programs as we're speaking, and they're having great success with it. This will be added, and we will not take away our rides program that serves our senior residents with disability and also our low income. Whether you're calling it microtransit or your own way of getting around our city, we want to make sure, and we're working very hard to make sure our streets are the safest around. This administration has taken infrastructure priority one since day one. Our public works crew has almost completely finished our Ritchie Street project from 225 all the way down to Southmore. And if you have not seen that road, please take time and drive down Ritchie. You can actually drive down it now. That includes new streets, new sidewalks, and also new street lights. Over the town, our crews have been updating sidewalks and streets. I'm going to give you some stats. Over 80,000 linear feet of new pavements on our street. 107,000 linear feet of repairs to water lines, sewer, and drainage. Almost 219,000 of linear feet of new and repaired sidewalks. That's including 177 wheelchair ramps. If you put all that together, that's 43 miles of repair. That's like from this convention center all the way to Galveston. That's just in 2 years, and guess what? We're just getting started. Last year, thank you. Thank you down there. Last year, I was very excited talking about how we received $105 million FEMA grant for our flood mitigation. And if you remember, I kept you in suspense until the video where Congressman Babin actually on the screen said, yes, you got the money. We did get that money. Now, what's amazing is with this, our research and design has already been completed. Crews will physically start working on construction of 25 miles of new streets, new drainage, new sidewalks, all through the historic and north side of Pasadena. It's historic, and it's amazing how we got this money so fast. And thanks to Congressman for your help, thank the government, and thank for my crew who put this together to make us receive $105 million faster than anyone in the history of this country after any kind of hurricane or a natural disaster. It's historic, and I thank y'all so much for the hard work. Speaking of grants, I'd like to share something else. HUD Disaster Recovery Community Development Block Grant. We just received $8 million more dollars, which will create a flood diversion channel along Red Bluff, right out here, north of Fairmont, goes all the way down to Big Island Slough near Armand Bayou Nature Center. This plan will help minimize flooding during hard rain, especially during hurricanes. It's something that's been needed for years and years. We went out, reached out, and we got it, and we thank everybody who worked hard to make sure we got this. Absolutely. Something else I'm very, very proud of for. When you say very, very, you know you're pretty much proud. I'm very proud of our first-class police and fire departments. They're receiving the facilities for their training that they've been deserving for many, many years. The new police and fire academies will be opening in about a month. Let's just say 2 months, just in case something happened, a rain or something. But you know, during the design phase of our of the academies, I was in the meeting and they showed me a picture of the fire academy. In the fire academy, there's a big lobby. When I saw that lobby, I immediately thought of something. And this is what I thought of. If you ever seen one of our parades, we have an old fire truck, a 1929 fire truck, and it's in all our parades. Well, one time after Strawberry Festival Parade, I was talking to the firemen. I said, man, I love this old fire truck. They said, well, we love it too, except for one thing. It costs a lot of money, the maintenance, and a lot of money to keep this thing up. I said, wow, didn't think nothing of it. Well, when I was in that meeting, I saw that lobby. I looked at the chief, Lanny Armstrong. I said, Chief, what if we take that old fire truck? Now, the old fire truck has a name called Old Betsy. I said, what if we take Old Betsy and put it in the lobby of the fire academy? He looked at me with a big smile. He said, that's a great idea. See, I do have great ideas sometimes. So right now, the fire truck is at our barn, our fleet barn, getting all prettied up. And she will be in our lobby, and that will be her home where she definitely deserves. So when we open, please take a chance to go look. The facility itself are first class, but also take a chance to go look at Old Betsy because she really deserves people to go look at her. Thank you. Our municipal court is almost completed. And again, I had another idea on this one. I'll share it with you if I may. As they brought out the design of that, I looked at it. It was a great looking building, but I said, there's two things missing. Now, of course, all the professionals looking at me, you know, I'm just a retired cop. I'm not an architect or anything else. They said, what's missing? I said, I'll tell you what's missing, pillars and a dome. They said, what? I said, all court buildings need pillars and a big dome on it. I'm going to say this. In about 3 months, our building is going to be finished. Come by and look at our pillars and look at our dome. Something I'm very proud of. You know, I know one thing for sure. During times of emergency, our first responders are the best in the country. And I truly mean that. During my administration, we have added 54 more police officers on our streets. That's more than we've ever had in the history of Pasadena. And again, I can stand on that and say I'm very, very proud. You know, speaking of the fire department, this May will be their 90th year. And what's unique about our fire department, if you don't know, you're fixing to know, it's volunteer. 90 years of men and women giving up their times away from their families, serving our city. 90 years. Incredible. We are the largest municipal volunteer fire department in the country. Our response times are better than most all response times throughout Harris County. Now think about this. Men and women are at their house. It's Christmas Eve. All the families are open presents. The alarm goes off. They have to get up, get in their car, drive to the fire station, get their gear on, get on the fire truck, and get to the fire. And our response times are still better than most paid fire departments throughout this country. It's amazing. Our volunteer fire department is a true spirit of how you serve your city. And we're very, very proud of them. We're so proud of them that this year we have bought, let me make sure I got this right, 3 fire trucks and 1 pumper. It's our job to make sure our volunteers have the equipment to serve our city. And in this administration, we're very serious about it, and we will continue to do that. The best part about all these things I'm talking about is this. All the increases and all the levels that we're bringing our services up that higher than it ever has been, we're doing all this without raising your taxes. That's big. Thank you. In the past 3 years, our budget has had a surplus. We're doing all this with extra money in the bank. So what do you do with the extra money in the bank? Well, we're just going to store it for something big, and we're waiting for something big in Pasadena. You know, our tax rate revenue in October and November was up 10%. Now listen to this. In December, 13%. That's incredible. That tells me, and the numbers are definitely true, that the city of Pasadena economy is strong. Our students are working and they're spending their money in your businesses. And again, we've got the best citizens in the country. Thank you. People ask me, what's my favorite thing about Pasadena? And it's always the same answer because it's the truth. It's the people. The people that work and live in Pasadena are the most generous people in the world. I'll give you just a couple ideas. 2 community projects started under my administration. One's called Team Up the Cleanup. 24 businesses, along with 400 volunteers, helped repair our senior homes, veterans, and neighbors with disability. As a matter of fact, Tim, you was talking about, you was part of that. Your company was part of that. We're on the homes. They go out, volunteers in businesses donating money in their talents and their personnel, cleaning up people's houses who are not able to clean up. It's been amazing. We do 20 homes a year, and believe me, once we leave, it's amazing how these homes look. They look brand new. Fill the Bus school drive program we have. 1,500 teachers were able to give supplies to their students in the classroom without them having to go like they do every year and spend their own money. When I became mayor, I made a liaison between the city and the school district. I took a retired principal, Tish Eubanks, and I said, Tish, I know you're retired. I'm happy. I'm fixing to put you to work. And the connection that we have between us and the school district is stronger and better than ever. It's programs like she started, that they know how serious we are about helping our school district. Thank you. The Can Do Food Drive that's been going in the city of Pasadena for many, many years. It helps feed, we gather enough food to help feed 40,000 people a year. It's really amazing when you ask the citizens of Pasadena to help, they always step up to help. You know, you are the backbone of our community, powering the possibilities, and we're just getting started. Please, let's take a look.
Let me tell you, the spirit out here is incredible. We're in Pasadena.
Thousands of Houston sports fans spent the afternoon in Pasadena.
In Pasadena, the City Council is set to hold a workshop to discuss micro-transit service.
Yeah, one of the oldest and proudest cities in our area.
And it sure is good to see what's happening in Pasadena. We've always been the place for possibilities. Now, we're taking it to the next level.
Sure is good to see you, friend. Hello, Texas. Sure is good to see you again.
Over the past year, Pasadena has been getting a lot of positive attention. Whether we're setting the stage for a renewed economy, local redevelopment, or reminding the world who we are, the momentum is undeniable.
Jeff has been extremely refreshing. I also sit on the Pasadena School Board, and ever since he's been mayor, just everything between not only our business community, but the relationship between our school board, just the growth has been incredible.
The first time I came here, I came from our downtown offices, and it was a 15-minute drive. I thought, my gosh, I had no idea it was this close. I'd never been to Pasadena before. You've got the infrastructure with the ship channel. We are physically connected to a pipeline to the Permian, so this is a fantastic location. It's very, very business friendly. Again, the mayor's welcomed us. It's a good place. It's a good place to operate, and we're really in the center of the energy industry for the nation. So it's a good place.
In the past 2 years, Pasadena has seen a $2.6 billion capital investment increase to our local economy. And that new business translates into local job opportunities, and Pasadena is ready.
We did global benchmarking, and out of that came 35 custom laboratories, so there's nothing like it in the world. A lot of opportunities. So the center is an energy center, and as you know, energy is evolving. Our petrochemical plants are growing, and we've got a big technology program. The way these plants are operated today, it'll be much different 5 years from now. So we're at the cutting edge of that technology.
One of the most exciting things we have happening is our Bachelor of Science in Nursing, which will kick off in fall of 2020 right here at our central campus, and we're excited about that. That's a transition program for associate degree nurses who are working as RNs to get their Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So really exciting program designed for the hospital partners that we work with.
A recent report from the Pasadena Economic Development Corporation shows that more than 2,000 new jobs have been created in Pasadena in just the last 2 years. These are full-time primary career positions with annual salaries of $100,000 or more. A lot of that is due to our new and expanded business numbers, which quadrupled in just 1 year. But we're not done yet. A new city program is looking to help small business owners with redevelopment in historic Pasadena.
We have a facade program that really gives an incentive to business owners that, are looking to redevelop their building, and certain corridors and specific areas we want to be able to say, look, if you're willing to invest, apply with the city and see if we can't match you up to a certain amount to basically encourage some redevelopment in some key areas, like Pasadena Boulevard is a good example.
And there's more great news for redevelopment areas. Pasadena joins the impressive list of communities benefiting from a Livable Centers study, which is a prestigious grant awarded by the Houston-Galveston Area Council, and public input is a key component.
It really gives us the right roadmap based on how people are living today, what are some amenities they need, and then so that it'll be something that will stay there for the next 30 years and be properly used.
The future looks bright indeed for families in all parts of Pasadena. For the first time in decades, a new subdivision has broken ground, making the way for more than 500 new rooftops.
I've tried for 20 years to put this project under contract, to buy this land, to develop this, because I wanted to come back to Pasadena. We have always been successful out here. The people of Pasadena are wonderful to work with. They are solid citizens. They are good people.
According to the National Association of Home Builders, the local economic impact of a development the size of Parkway Trails translates into big numbers for our community.
In a society where people connect more on their phones and via the internet and things of this nature, this development really brings an opportunity for the residents of Pasadena to really get to know each other and grow together.
And as Pasadena continues to grow, so do our community relationships, and that helps everyone.
Both my parents are immigrants that came here from Cuba with nothing in the 1960s. And they always instilled in me that no matter what, you always give back to your communities. Those are the things that warm our hearts and help children, that we're able to give them things that perhaps they'll never, ever have a chance to have.
And quite honestly, every time I had a problem, Jeff came to the table and helped me and managed to make things work. And it's been a good cooperation between the different departments and our team to make this happen here.
I've met the mayor several times. He's super engaging. We've worked with the fire department, Pasadena Fire Department. We made a donation there. He met us down there. He just opened the doors to us to get connected to Incident Command and all the folks in the city that support not only us but all the business community.
We're, helping everybody, the looks and the aesthetics of the area, helping business owners attract new business, and and with the proper flow and mobility in the area from the Livable Center study, could be a big win-win all around.
What I see are those partnerships, that collaboration, they're so powerful, and that really makes Pasadena the place to be. You see that commitment from your industry partners, your government, your city, your school districts, and it gives a great opportunity for our students and that's our future.
I've been building in Pasadena since the early 80s. I can see the change. This is the new Pasadena in my mind.
The new Pasadena, with a rich history we'll always honor. This year marks the 40th anniversary of a little old movie with an even bigger soundtrack that put Pasadena on the map. A lot has changed in our city since then, but one thing remains the same: the indomitable spirit of community and pride that powers all kinds of possibilities.
Thank y'all so much. Powering the possibilities. It's alive and well here in Pasadena. You know, in that last clip, talking about the movie Urban Cowboy, is 40 years anniversary. Instead of me talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the original Urban Cowboy out himself, Mr. Mickey Gilley.
Thank you very much. It's good to be with you folks. Thanks for having me, Mayor. 29 years I spent on Spencer Highway. 10 years at the Nesterdale Club. 19 at a club called Gilley's. It's been a great ride. I've endured heart surgery, brain surgery, back surgery. My appendix exploded. 2 airplane crashes, car rolled over 3 times. I'm still here. Somebody said, "What is the longevity of your life?" I said, "I've changed my diet. I'm eating 9 Lives cat food now." I'll be 84 March the 9th. I lost my wife December the 13th. We've been together 57 years. The soundtrack to the film The Urban Cowboy came along and changed my life big time. For the first time when John Travolta did the film, it opened all the showrooms up in Vegas, Reno, Tahoe, Atlantic City. I got to appear in all the showrooms. I went over Europe and performed over there, came back and played for 2 presidents, President Ronald Reagan, President George Bush Sr. Then they invited me to come out to Hollywood, and they gave me a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And then the scary part happened. They asked me to do some acting. I got to do 2 segments of The Fall Guy with Mr. Lee Majors. I got to do 2 fantasy outlets. Do not ask me what my fantasy was. I got to do 2 Dukes of Hazzards and 1 Murder, She Wrote. But the big thing in my life, and I thank Mr. John Travolta every night when I go to bed for keeping my career alive, at 84, almost 84 now, me and Johnny Lee are on the road doing what we call the Urban Cowboy Reunion Tour. And it's been very, very successful for us. We teamed up again after many years of being apart. We got a song that I want to sing for you. Anyway, this song is from the soundtrack to film The Urban Cowboy, and it went #1 for me back in the 80s, folks, and it's been a blessing. We close the show with it. I usually open my show when I walk out on the stage. I say, "Folks, I just turned 83, hope I look like I'm 50. I'm walking like I'm 90. But it is an honor and a pleasure to be with you. And Mayor, thanks for having me come up and sing the song for him, all right? From the soundtrack to the film The Urban Cowboy, here it is, a little thing called Stand By Me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon be the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? If you're in need, won't you stand by if the sky we look upon should ever crumble and fall, and the mountains that should fall to the sea, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? If you're in need, won't you stand by me? James Burton, who played for Elvis Presley, did the write on this song. It sounded like this right here. Now, usually other people sing right here. Y'all want to sing a verse? Here we go. Darling, oh, you're awesome. Darling, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? If you're in need, won't you stand by me? Well, I usually have a shot of Crown before I walk out on stage. But Jeff didn't have me a shot back there, so I had to come out dry. It's good to be with you folks. Thank you. Pasadena's been wonderful, Mickey Gilly. God bless all of you. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, I figured all the numbers I was giving out wasn't really meaning much to y'all, so I wanted to kick this off a little bang. I bet you remember this speech, won't you? You know, we're very serious about making Pasadena better than it ever has been, and we're achieving that, and we're going to keep on achieving that. Thanks to you, God bless you, and God bless your family. God bless our country. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.